All right, thank you, Bradley. I feel like as a culture, I don't think we value our perverts the way we should. I think that especially in the Philadelphia region, we've had some real classics. I mean, we're talking Uncle Eddie, Doylestown Naked Zorro. We're talking the Mayfair Swiss cheese pervert. I mean, we've had some top shelf perverts, and I feel like we put them up on a pedestal and then we just throw them away. You know, we throw them away, and what's worse is that you're not laughing. What's worse is that we judge them, and I feel like, you know, there before the grace of God go any of us. Like the Mayfair Swiss cheese pervert. Like, it's easy to point a finger at that guy and say there's something wrong with him, but you don't know what kind of day he had. You know what I mean? You don't know his life. All right, and so I feel like any one of us could be in that position on the news, and this is my story about how I easily could have become a regional pervert. No fault of my own. So about 15 years ago, I was working as a substitute teacher in the Philadelphia Public Schools. And due to a weird scheduling fluke, I got the job of being a substitute gym teacher. And if you know anything about me, my Little League career was actually, I was jealous of your Little League career when I heard what you, because you actually got near the bat. I mean, I was horrendous at sports. But somehow they let me be a gym teacher because the gym teacher was on maternity leave. So I was gym teacher for a couple of months. And one of the jobs of the gym teacher, well, first of all, it was a sweet job because I was the only teacher in the entire school that had their own office. And because the woman who had been the gym teacher had been pregnant, her office was chock full of snacks. There was cookies hidden everywhere, and I ate every single one of them by the time she got back. But it was an easy job. All the little boys, well, most of the little boys wanted basketballs, so I just gave them basketballs. Most of the little girls wanted jump ropes. I just gave them jump ropes. Some of the little boys wanted jump ropes. I'm not here to judge. They get jump ropes. Some of the little girls want basketballs. Knock yourself out, you know? So I just kind of gave the kids what they want and they had a good time. But one of the duties of the gym teacher was that you had to do playground duty. And at this little school in South Philly, this little grade school in South Philly, the playground was just a parking lot outside the school. So one day, normal day, I'm out there. It's in the fall, so I have a hoodie on. I have like a big kind of baggy sweatshirt. And the kids are playing, running around, the usual kind of, you know, craziness. And all of a sudden, I see a pattern emerging. I see one little girl run across the schoolyard and then get chased by like a group of like 15 boys. And then she moves and then the mob moves and keeps moving around. I'm like, something weird going on here. So I walk over and she runs towards me crying and she's hiding something like this. And all the little boys are running after her going, oh my God, oh my God. And I was just like, what's wrong, what's wrong? And she's like, I don't know. And so I'm like, whatever you got, just give me it. And she hands me 2 movies. And I'm using the word movie loosely here. She hands me 2 adult films. Clearly, she had found these in her brother's room or something, and she didn't know what they were. She just brought them to school because she found some grown-up thing that she knew was bad, so it was cool or something. So this little girl, like, she couldn't have known what these things were, but all the little boys knew that she had something bad. And so I take them from her, and I look at them, and I'm like, oh my God, and I panic because I don't know what to do. And by this point, word is spreading, so all the kids know what's going on. So I take those DVDs, and I stuff them up inside my sweatshirt. And I'm standing there like this, and just to set the scene, I'm an adult man, an unmarried adult man, with pornography in his shirt, on school grounds, surrounded by curious children who are all pointing at me. And they're starting, and some of the more brave ones are starting to run up and try to, because it's in like the kangaroo pocket of my hoodie, they're like taking jabs at it, trying to pull it out, and I'm like smacking their hands away. And so I have this moment where I was like, oh man, I could be on the news tonight if this goes wrong. So I don't know. So I stand there, I'm panicking, smacking the kids away, and then I just book it inside the school because I know that the principal of the school is in the lunchroom that night. I know, or that afternoon, because there have been problems. So I book it at the school. I grab the little girl. I'm like, come on, let's go. I run into the lunchroom. I grab the principal. I pull her into a side room. And I explain the situation. I tell the little girl to wait outside. I explain the whole thing. I give her the movies, and I explain to her what happened, where they happened, and she was like, okay, I'll deal with this, I'll deal with this. But after she said she'd do it, she went to leave the room, and I grabbed her, and I made eye contact, and I was like, we're cool, right? You know what happened here, and there's not going to be a knock on my door or anything like that. So that is how I rose above becoming a low-level regional pervert. Thank you guys very much.
That's the story.